Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another easy, delicious keto recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make keto marshmallow top blondie bars. These are so good, and you can make them with or without the marshmallow topping. They're great either way. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while you do all that, let's get cooking. Place 59 milliliters or around 1/4 cup of very warm water into a large mixer bowl. Make sure it is warm. Sprinkle 9 grams or around 1 tablespoon of gelatin powder over the warm water. Then use a fork and stir the gelatin and water together until everything is fully combined and the gelatin is dissolved. Then set it aside for just a minute. Place another 59 milliliters or around 1/4 cup of water into a medium saucepan over medium heat. Add 125 grams or around 1 cup of the powdered sweetener of your choice. I'm using powdered monk fruit allulose blend. You can use whatever powdered sweetener you want. Whisk the sweetener together with the water until everything is fully combined. Then continue to whisk the sweetener and water together over medium heat until the mixture has almost come to a low boil. You don't want this to boil a lot. You just want it to start forming tiny bubbles in the bottom of the pan, and your mixture should almost be clear. It'll be a little bit cloudy, but should almost be completely clear. Once the mixture is almost clear, then turn off your heat. And if you want to, you can add a teaspoon or so of vanilla extract or any other extract. If you want your marshmallow cream to have a little bit of flavor, you can do that. Then carefully pour the hot mixture into the mixer bowl that has the gelatin. The gelatin should be firm, but as you pour the hot liquid over the gelatin, it should start melting it. Then beat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the gelatin and the water sweetener mixture start combining. Then increase your speed to high and beat on high for about 15 minutes or until the mixture is fluffy and white and has doubled in volume. After the mixture is nice and fluffy, scrape down the sides of the bowl and push the marshmallow cream to the center of your bowl. Then scoop the mixture into an airtight container. Now you're only going to need about 68 grams or around 3/4 cup of this marshmallow cream for the topping. So set aside at least 68 grams of the marshmallow cream. You can use more if you want to. That's up to you, but set aside at least 68 grams for your topping. The rest of it you can store in an airtight container, and you can store it at room temperature for up to 3 weeks and use it in any recipe that requires marshmallow cream. Then set that aside for just a minute while we make the blondies. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line a 9 by 5 inch cake pan with parchment paper and allow the paper to hang over the sides just a little bit so that you can easily remove the blondies once they are baked. If you want a more thin blondie bar, then you can line an 8 by 8 inch cake pan rather than a 9 by 5 pan. Then set that aside for just a minute. In a large mixing bowl, combine 84 grams or around 3/4 cup of coconut flour, 133 grams or around 2/3 cup of the brown sugar sweetener of your choice. I'm using brown monk fruit sweetener. You can use whatever brown sugar sweetener you want. You can also adjust this more or less depending on how sweet you want your blondie bars. Add 15 grams or around 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. If you want to, you can add some dry spices or dry seasonings to help balance out any coconut flour taste. If you're oversensitive to coconut flour, that's up to you if you want to do that. I'm leaving it as it is. Sift everything all together until the dry ingredients are fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. Add 4 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so they stir in more smooth. Stir the eggs into the dry ingredients until everything is fully combined and all the dry ingredients are moist. Add a half cup of butter that's been melted and cooled. Make sure it is cooled. You do not want to add hot butter. Stir everything all together until everything is fully combined. Add 61 grams or around 1/4 cup of room temperature plain yogurt or sour cream. Again, make sure this is room temperature so that it stirs in more smooth. And 6 grams or around 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Stir everything all together until everything is fully combined and you have a smooth, moist dough. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push the dough to the center of the bowl. Then form the dough into a smooth ball. Massage the dough ball in your hands for about 1 minute. This is going to help make sure you have the right texture, and it's also going to help absorb any extra moisture. This dough is going to be a very moist dough, but it should not be sticking to your hands. And as you are massaging the dough, it should be coming together well and holding its shape well. If it is a little bit sticky, if it starts sticking to your hands and it seems like it's not holding its shape well because it's too wet, then just add a little bit more coconut flour until it no longer sticks to your hands and it holds its shape well. After you've massaged the ball for a minute, form it back into a ball and place it back into your mixing bowl. Then allow it to sit uncovered at room temperature for about 5 minutes. This is going to again help to absorb any extra moisture. After 5 minutes, place the dough ball into the center of your prepared pan and use your fingers or the back of a measuring cup and press the dough evenly throughout the cake pan. Once the dough is pressed evenly, place the pan in your preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes or until golden around the edges and a tester comes out clean. After the blondies are done baking, remove them from the oven and immediately scoop about 68 grams or around 3/4 cup of your marshmallow cream by teaspoonfuls over the top of the hot blondies. As it's melting a little bit on top of the hot blondies, then just kind of spread it around a little bit so the marshmallow cream evenly covers the top of the blondies. Once the marshmallow is evenly spread over the top of the blondies, if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit of keto butterscotch chips over the top. That's up to you if you want to do that. I usually do around 1/4 cup or so, just a little scatter across the top. Once you have the marshmallow topping on the blondies, then allow them to cool in the pan for about 1 hour so that they can firm up completely. After about an hour and the blondies have firmed up, grasp the overhanging parchment paper and carefully lift the blondie slab out of the pan and transfer it to a wire rack. Then allow it to cool completely before you cut it. After the blondie slab has cooled completely, you can cut the slab into your desired size bars. I cut the slab into about 14 very small bars. Again, it's up to you what size you want these, so you cut them in whatever size you want. You can eat them immediately. If you do have any leftovers, store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days, or in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.